There are silent battles happening inside you right now, and heaven has never once ignored them. There are certain moments in life that press against your spirit so intensely that you don't even recognize how close you are to breaking. Not because you're weak, but because you've been carrying more than any human heart was ever designed to hold alone. There are moments when your chest feels tight for no clear reason. Moments when your mind feels crowded even in silence. Moments when you wake up tired because your heart never truly rested. Moments when emotions rise without permission, and you wonder how much longer you can keep going like this. Maybe you didn't tell anyone. Maybe you didn't want to burden others. Maybe you didn't know how to explain what you were feeling. Maybe you didn't even understand it yourself. But heaven understood it. God saw the moment your hope trembled. He saw the moment your courage wavered. He saw the moment your strength slipped through your fingers like water. He saw the moment your heart quietly whispered, "I can't keep going like this." And he did not ignore you. Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." He was close even when he felt numb. Close when you felt overwhelmed. Close when you felt alone in a crowded room. Close when the tears didn't fall but your soul was crying. Listen, God does not wait for you to break before he moves. He moves as you are breaking. He saw your silent breaking point, and from the very moment your heart began to crack under pressure, heaven began moving toward you with strength that does not run out. You may not have felt it. You may not have noticed it. But strength began tonight. God is not disappointed in your exhaustion. He is not surprised by your tears. He is not frustrated with your limits. He is not expecting you to be unshakable. He is stepping into the exact place where you feel weakest. Listen, there is no shame in reaching your breaking point. Even the strongest hearts reach moments where they can no longer hold themselves together. Even the bravest souls hit places where courage thins and faith feels quiet. And God is not judging you for that. He is protecting you through it. The breaking point is not the point of defeat. It is the point where heaven lifts what you can no longer carry. You are not made to be your own strength. You were made to lean, to rest, to collapse into the arms of the one who never collapses. And that's what God is inviting you into tonight. Psalms 46:1 says, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." Not distant help, not occasional help, not conditional help. Present help. Right here, right now, right in the middle of everything that feels too heavy. Listen, God saw the moment your thoughts spiraled. He saw the moment your emotions cracked. He saw the moment your energy drained. He saw the moment you pretended to be fine. He saw the moment you swallowed the pain so no one would worry. Heaven does not misread you. Heaven does not misunderstand you. Heaven does not overlook you. God knows the exact second your breaking point began forming. And he has been moving toward you since that moment. You have not been walking alone. Not for 1 second. Not even when you felt abandoned. Not even when you felt unseen. Not even when you felt unheard. God has been carrying the pieces you couldn't hold, quietly, tenderly, faithfully. Listen, strength is coming tonight, real strength. Strength that does not come from a motivational thought. Strength that does not come from trying harder. Strength that does not come from pretending to be okay. Strength that comes from God. Strength that flows from the one who spoke galaxies into being. Strength that calms storms, heals hearts, and steadies trembling souls. Strength that fills the cracks where you feel yourself breaking. God is sending that strength now. You may not feel it instantly, but something inside you is already shifting. A breath feels slightly deeper. Your chest feels a little less tight. Your thoughts feel a little less loud. Your heart feels the smallest spark of hope. That is not coincidence. That is strength arriving. Strength does not always arrive like lightning. Sometimes it arrives like a whisper, a warmth, a quiet assurance, a subtle lifting of weight. Isaiah 40:29 says, He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. This is your verse tonight. This is your moment. This is heaven responding to your breaking point. Listen. God is not just giving you enough strength to survive. He is giving you the strength to stand again, to breathe again, to think clearly again, to rest again, to hope again, to believe again. He is pouring strength into the places inside you that life drained. He is rebuilding what pressure tried to break. He is restoring what heavy seasons damaged. He is lifting burdens you didn't have words for. You are not failing. You are being refilled. Not by your own willpower, by His presence. And tonight, something holy is happening inside you. You may not see it fully yet, but you will. Your heart is not collapsing. It is being carried. Your faith is not dying. It is being gently repaired. Your story is not ending. It is shifting. Your breaking point is becoming your rebuilding point, because God is here, and He is not letting you break. There is something sacred about the moment God steps into, the places you can no longer hold together. It doesn't always feel supernatural at first. Sometimes it feels like a slow unwinding inside your chest. Sometimes it feels like breathing without tension. Sometimes it feels like your mind finally being able to rest for a moment. Sometimes it feels like a quiet voice whispering, "You're going to make it." That voice is God. Soft, steady, certain, because He does not shout over your exhaustion. He speaks into it. He speaks into the places where fear once lived. He speaks into the corners of your heart that became numb. He speaks into the emotions you buried because they felt too heavy. He speaks into the very spot where you feel yourself breaking. You may not feel strong tonight, but He is strengthening you. You may not feel brave tonight, but He is protecting you. You may not feel steady tonight, but He is holding you. Strength from God rarely begins with a feeling of power. It often begins with a feeling of peace. The kind of peace that doesn't make sense. The kind of peace that doesn't match your circumstances. The kind of peace that arrives unexpectedly, quietly replacing the panic that lived inside you. That peace is divine. It is heaven answering your breaking point. Listen. God knows you've been fighting battles you didn't tell anyone about. He knows you've been pushing through days that drained you. He knows you've been carrying burdens that were never meant to be carried alone. He knows how hard you've tried to stay strong for everyone else. He also knows your strength reached its limit, and He's not angry about that. He's not frustrated. He's not disappointed. He's not expecting you to be superhuman. God is stepping in because you can't continue like this, and He never wanted you to. Psalm 55:22 says, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you." It doesn't say He might sustain you. It doesn't say He will sustain you only if you feel strong. It says He will. This is what God is doing tonight. Sustaining you, strengthening you, lifting you, holding you, rebuilding you. The parts of you that felt like they were collapsing are being reinforced by His hands. The thoughts that felt too heavy are being quieted. The emotions that felt tangled are being softened. The pressure in your chest is loosening. The trembling in your spirit is calming. Not because you suddenly became stronger, but because God is becoming your strength. Listen. You haven't reached the end of yourself because you're weak. You've reached the end of yourself because God is transitioning you into a strength that doesn't depend on you. Your breaking point simply revealed what God has known all along. You need Him more deeply than you allowed yourself to admit. And He is here. Not to judge you, to carry you. You're not being punished. You're being protected. You're not being abandoned. You're being held. You're not falling apart. You're being rebuilt. Tonight, heaven is not distant. Heaven is leaning close. God is in the room with you. God is in the heaviness with you. God is in the quiet moment where you exhale a little deeper. God is in the gentle shift happening inside you right now. Strength is coming, more than you think, more than you feel. Strength to rise tomorrow. Strength to breathe without fear. Strength to think clearly. Strength to rest deeply. Strength to believe again. Strength to move forward. Strength to hope again. You are not walking into tomorrow with the same exhaustion you carried today. God is restoring you tonight. You are not at the edge of collapse. You are in the hands of the One who never collapses. Heaven saw everything that brought you to this point. Every silent tear, every unspoken fear, every moment of pressure, every night you pushed through, every day you pretended to be okay. And heaven responded by sending strength, by sending peace, by sending presence, by sending renewal. Your breaking point has become God's entry point, and He is not done. He is lifting you. He is steadying you. He is healing you. He is strengthening you. Not for one night. For the journey ahead. You will rise again. Not because you forced yourself to, but because God is carrying you into your next season. You will breathe easier. You will think clearer. You will feel lighter. You will stand stronger. Because tonight, God is sending strength. The kind of strength that stays. The kind of strength that sustains. The kind of strength that transforms. The kind of strength that reminds you you were never alone. God has not forgotten you. He is strengthening what life tried to break, and He is holding what became too heavy for you to carry alone. If this message touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your engagement helps this word reach someone who feels alone tonight. And if you feel it in your spirit, write in the comments, God is strengthening me. Your words may lift someone who is at their breaking point right now. May His peace find you tonight.